Hello, it's Monday and it is a new weekly reading vlog. I don't know why, but I'm feeling particularly perky right now. It might be because I've just had food. It might be because I've had a horrendously bad headache all day and it's starting to clear. Again, possibly because I've just had food and or tea, because I've also just had tea and a couple of biscuits just as a sweet treat. I've forgotten to have my biotin though, that's what I've forgotten to have. But it is Monday, it is a new week, it is the last week in February, and the sun is out. I don't know if this looks any different to you, because the window is behind you. The sun is out, it's kind of going down because it's like 3:30. But the sun has been out, it has been warm, dare I say, like mild. And I can just feel summer on the way. I'm definitely a summer person. Like I need the sun, I need the summer, I need the heat and the sunlight. Yeah, that's going great, Andy. Anyway, for this week, my job this week is to finish the 4 books on my TBR. So the 4 books on my TBR are these. So Holding the Reins, I'm already 102 pages through. Arrives Under the Sea, I have not started. Dating and Other Theories, I have not started. And Hang the Moon, I've also, shockingly, not started. Hence why there's 4 books left on my TBR. I meant to check before I did this how many pages I had to go. Alas, I forgot. I think it's somewhere in the region of 1,300-ish pages to finish this off. I managed to read, so I finished Red Side Story last night, and then I read 100 pages of this, so I feel like this is going to be at least very quick to get through. This one is a potential DNF, but so far I read a chapter and I quite liked it, so we'll see how this one goes, but I'm not going to be mad if I do DNF this. Oh, this is an Evermore. Someone's just been talking about Evermore publishing, and hopefully these are also nice and quick. This one I feel like, although it is short, it is a kind of sci-fi, bit of an unusual one, so I don't know how quickly I'll be able to read this. And this one, hopefully it should be quick as well. I don't know, we shall see. You will find out in this vlog if I have been successful. I do also want to go and film something. I've just dropped the books. I really wanted to film, I had the thought of filming a video about books with disability rep in them, because I had thought someone made a comment about there not being that much disability rep in romance, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I've got a lot of disability rep in my romances. So I went upstairs one night and I pulled out all the books on my romance shelf that have disability rep, and I think I pulled out nearly 20 books, which in the grand scheme of things, okay, is not a large amount in comparison to how many books I have, but I've already remembered 7 or 6 books that I've missed, so we shall see. I'm thinking about filming that, but I don't know, because also, now that I need to read, my brain's like, let's do other things. As you can hear, Hamish is gone through for a drink, but thankfully no machines are on. Right, I'm going to go and finish watching this video, get some reading done, and hopefully we can have a good week. Hello, I did it. I finished my book. I finished the whole book. So now I only have like just over 1,000 pages to read between 3 books, which is doable. I love this book. I am so annoyed that I don't have the rest of the series. It is, however, at my library as an ebook, so I think I will be picking these up. Unfortunately, I can't get them on my Kindle because Libby to Kindle is only available in the US. So unless I buy the Kindle editions or the physicals, I won't have them to hand. I'll just have to get them from the library and read it on my phone or go hunt down my tablet somewhere. I think it's upstairs on my bookshelves, to be honest. But yes, I love this. This was so, like, there's bits where I wish it could have gone a little bit deeper. Like, there's a theme of PTSD through here. and I just don't feel like it was done as well as some other authors that I've read. But other than that, I love the couple, I love the family, I love the setup, and I'm so looking forward to reading the rest of the series. Next up is Dating and Other Theories. I keep calling it Dating in Other Words, but that's just mixing up this and Love in Other Words, which I haven't read, so I don't know why. But yes, this is next. This is a regret buy. I regret buying this book. I actually have the physical edition, like physical copy here. I deeply regret buying this because I don't think I'm going to like it. It's also the second in a series, but I'm not reading the first in the series. I'm just going to go into the second because I don't think I'm going to like it. But I bought it, so I'm going to make myself read it as punishment, or maybe I'll end up loving it. You never know. But yeah, this is a STEM novella. Why do I always want to say novella? STEM novel, for fans of Ali Hazelwood, etc. Blah blah blah. So other than that, I don't really know much else because I can't remember. I did at the time read the synopsis and really like it, and there's a cat, so I know they're neighbours. Neighbours or roommates, I can't remember, and she does not like him, and he's got a hippiest and she's a hardcore scientist, which is part of now what I'm like about, because I don't like this whole concept of somebody being like, well, I'm better than you because I'm intelligent, which is just a shitty take. But I don't know if that's what it's like. I'll need to actually read it to figure that one out. But hopefully I can get these 3 books read, and that'll be me finished my TBR. I've got 5 days left, so Saturday's the last day of the month, and three books in 5 days should be doable. But yesterday and today, like last night, and then today until very recently, I had an absolute killer headache, horrendous migraine. Like, I just wanted to be in a dark room and asleep. But I had some nice sleepy tea with chamomile and apple. It's really nice, actually, especially now I'm having it with honey. I had my sleepy tea. I put some Voltarol on my temples and down to my jaw because I'm clenching my jaw. And I have hydrated. I've eaten food. I have done all the things, and it seems to have cleared up so far. I've also not been looking at a device. I've been looking at not a blank page, like a matte page. I've been looking at the pages of the book rather than at my phone, which was making things worse. So I think that this is why I stopped reading on my tablet in the first place, because the glare was triggering my migraines like nothing else. Which luckily I don't get that with the Kindle because it's not the same sort of finish. Anyway, I'm going to go and I will speak to you tomorrow. Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, and I've just come back from the doctor's surgery. So I had a doctor's appointment today. I put in for an appointment yesterday because I'm going to close this over because the kettle's going to make noise. I got Katie to take a picture of my surgical wound yesterday, and it was horrific. It's basically like opened up completely again. Why is my hair doing this? Only washed it this morning. And so I sent a photo in to the doctor. The doctor didn't see the photo. He was like, yeah, I don't get to see the photo. Like, why? Anyway, so yeah, I sent the photo and the info into the doctor. Got at like 6 in the morning when their forms open, because their forms are only open 6 till 4. Woke up at 6 for my medication and sent a form into the doctor's with a photo. Got a text back by the time I'd woken up for work properly, saying, can you come in at 11:45? So went in at 11:45, he had a look at it and he was like, ooh, yeah, that looks like it did when that looks like it would have done when you just had surgery on it, because it literally just totally popped open. But the skin hasn't torn, it's just like, I don't know. So he was like, I think we should get dressings redone on it like you would if you'd had surgery. So he went through to the nurses and was like, can you see Andy again? And the nurses were like, yeah, sure. So we went to the desk and booked me in for a dressing change today, or a dressing wound check today. So it was the same nurse. She was like, back again. And I was like, yeah, and I've not even had surgery. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's reopened. And she was like, what? So she had a look at it and she was like, oh yeah. She was like, it looks really good though. I'm like, yeah, like for a wound, it's a really good looking wound. Unfortunately, it's not meant to be there. So that's the problem. I don't know if I'm out of focus or not. I think I was a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, she dressed it and I have to go in every other day to get my dressings changed. If we need to do more, we can increase it. If we need to do less, we can decrease it. So we're starting off at a middle ground. And what else? Yeah, doctor's writing to the surgeon again. And I'm not allowed to go to the gym. I'm not allowed to try and limit movements that will put pressure on it, which is great because it's not in a great place for things like that. So no gym for me, which is actually quite sad because I feel like I was doing really well with the gym. I'll need to figure out, maybe, I don't know if I should go on Wednesday and say, by the way, I'm not allowed to do. I'm going through my gym program and there's really not much else. Like I basically can't do anything with my legs. So yeah, doing great. But hopefully that means it'll help me. I've got extra time now. Bright side, I've got extra time now to read my books. So I'm going to get a cup of tea. I'm going to watch some YouTube. And then I'm going to get reading. Hello, it's Wednesday. And we're going to just pretend this isn't happening. My stomach just gurgled as well. So if you heard that, we're just going to ignore that as well. Yes, me and my 3 hairs. I put my hair up today for work because I was not able to shower. And I had to go in with greasy hair because I got the dressing done. Yes, I told you about that. I had a dressing done, but I can't shower and take the dressing and the gel off. And I've not figured out how to wash my hair in the shower without getting myself wet. Like without... Because like with the bath it's easy because you've got the barrier of the bath to tip your head over. But also if I tip my head over, I get dizzy and pass out. So I've not figured it out yet. So yeah. So yeah, I've got dirty hair, basically. I've got greasy hair, which is fine. Nobody cares. But I can shower tomorrow morning because I get my dressing changed, which is great. But I've come to you with my shame, which is another pre-order because I know what this is, and I have an arc for it, and I've not read it yet, even though I requested the arc so that I could read it because I was excited about it. I like to try and read the arcs before they come out, and this is the first time I've failed at that, so yeah. I've got like 4 or 5 arcs to read, so it's not the worst it could be. That came off in one go. I'm taking that as a good omen. And the book is And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. This is the follow-up companion to First Time Caller. Oh my god, I forgot the name of that book. Ooh, look at the shiny. Yeah, so this is the companion follow-up to First Time Caller. And we know this character from the first book. He's the best friend of the main character and the weatherman at the radio station. And I'm sure she comes into it at some point. It's definitely set up before this book. So yes, I now have a finished copy before I've read the arc. And I feel kind of guilty, not gonna lie, but I will try and get to this as soon as possible and then do my review for the arc. This was just a little insert to show you my new book. I'm gonna go and drink my tea, probably grab a snack, maybe some toast, take my biotin that I keep forgetting to take until later. Like I still take it every day, I just take it at different times because I keep forgetting. And if you've forgotten to take your meds, take your meds. I also have other meds to take. So I will take my meds, watch some YouTube, and just chill out for the day. And normally I would be going to the gym, but I will not be going to the gym. Oh, that's a good point. So normally I would be going to the gym on a Wednesday, but I'm not going to the gym because I'm not allowed to go to the gym because of my dressings. And where the wind is just isn't conducive to being able to do a lot of my work out at the gym, plus the sweat, and I'm just not allowed to work out. I'm not allowed to go to the gym, okay? I've been told by the medical professional that I'm not allowed to go to the gym. And I'm very upset about that. very upset. I've been consistently going to the gym now for almost 6 months. And I'm so scared to like lose my motivation and my like I'm already not allowed to go swimming because I've had an open wound since June or July whenever I had my surgery. So I wasn't allowed to go swimming until it healed over. And then immediately when it healed over, it started breaking down again. So I still wasn't allowed to go swimming. And then I started going to the gym, and I think going to the gym has actually helped rip it open. So yeah. But that does give me more time to read because I still need to finish 2 books. And maybe I can add another 2. No, we'll focus on these 2 first and then see how we go. I have DNF'd Dating and Other Theories. I got 50 pages in, and the female main character is doing my nut in. Also, for 50 pages, nothing has happened. And I say that as somebody who loves Becky Chambers because nothing happens. But that's not the kind of nothing happens I mean. I mean, this email could have been a memo. This could have been a novella because there's just crap. Like, it's just bumf. It doesn't need to be there. And it's not interesting. Or, like, yeah, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan of the writing style. I'm not a fan of the main character. She's just a judgy bitch, to be honest. Like, she's judging this guy because he wears thick rimmed glasses and a beanie and flannel. She's like, oh my god, he's such a hipster. Obviously, he's worthless. Like, my god, you're a woman in STEM. You are a literal rocket scientist, woman in STEM. You work with, and you work with a Nigerian guy. Your best friend is a Korean woman, also in STEM, both of them. There is no way she is not, I understand they're not real people, but I'm just thinking, like, this is what where my brain's going. There is no way she has not experienced people thinking less of her or thinking she's not capable because she's a woman in the job she's in. Not to mention, like I said, the 2 friends, the Nigerian guy and the Korean woman, also in STEM, they will have also gotten the same behaviour because they're not white men. Like, they will have been treated worse because of who they are. And she's just like, ugh, he's a hipster, so obviously he's just awful. My guy. My bitch. My fine bitch. What? I do not like people who are treated poorly and then turn around and punch down at somebody else. I don't like it. And I know this seems like an extreme reaction to this, but like, how are you going to sit there and be like, you expect me to trust a love story where one of the characters thinks the other one's scum because of his aesthetic and because he's a screenwriter, or a screenwriter? He's not a screenwriter. He's only a student. But no, I don't like it. I don't like her. I was actually thinking about it. I was like, do I make comments and like, do I do this probably in my head? Probably. But I would expect someone to call me out on it. Like, I also don't think people are as black and white as that. Like, I might make comments, but I don't think people are as black. Anyway, I'm overthinking it now. I'm DNF in this book. I will not be picking up any of the rest of the series. And, yeah, we're done with that one. So, next, I think we'll pick up Hang the Moon next, because it just sucks because I don't have any ebooks or audios for either of them. I might check and see if there's an ebook on like Libby or something. But I think I'm going to start Hang the Moon. I'll maybe message Tori and see if she has started or will be reading Hang the Moon. It says 364 pages, and this book is so unfloppy, so rigid. I don't like it. So yeah, my quick check-in has turned into a whole rant. This is only 240 pages. According to Vicky, it is a fast read, but I don't have the same brain as Vicky, so I feel like this is going to be a slower read for me. But this one hopefully should be a faster read because I've read this author's writing before, which usually helps me pick up an author's writing a bit faster. I don't know. It is a romance. I'm in the mood for some fun romance. Let's hope it's good. Hello, it's Thursday. And we have a little burst pipe that has currently been repaired. Amazing. So, we've had a bit of a day. quick start on the redecorating, shall we? Hello, good afternoon. It is, what day is it? It is Friday. I'm just away to watch Bridgerton because the last 4 episodes are out, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think I spoiled myself by accident on Threads, which is why I'm about to watch it. I knew this thing happened, but I didn't realise it happened in this. But it makes sense because I'm assuming they're setting up for next season. That makes more sense. So, yeah, I have decided to watch the last 4 seasons. 4 episodes of Bridgerton. There are 4 seasons. So who have we had? We've had Anthony, Daphne, Benedict, Colin. So Anthony, Benedict, Colin, Daphne, basically. So it's who's left? Eloise, Francesca, Gregory, Hyacinth. Is that right? There's 8 Bridgertons. I'm assuming I know who the next season is, although I don't want to spoil it for anybody that doesn't know. Like, I know generally what happens, like who ends up with who up until a certain point, and like different things that happen, because I've seen other people talking about it. I don't really mind very much getting those broad sweeps, but I am ready to finish the season, and I've also that I finished a book I read, Hang the Moon, by Alexandria Belfour. It was fine. It was really cheesy, which is, I think, the point. I didn't like it as much as I liked. I was going to say that, but I don't actually remember how much I liked Written in the Stars. I feel like I didn't like it as much, but I'm not entirely sure. But I do feel like I don't remember. I'll have to look back on it and see. But yeah, this follows the brother of the main character from the first one and her best friend. And it just, I don't know, some of it felt a bit like surface level. Like, oh my goodness, my hair's a mess. Like, they've known each other for years, but we're not really going back to that whole thing. I don't know. I need to think about it for a little bit. I'm just so focused on trying to get finished. All I've got to read now is Our Wives Under the Sea, which is significantly smaller. It's 240 pages, I think. Why did I write 240 pages? It is not 240 pages. It's 229 pages. I need to update that. So I only have 229 pages left. And I will be done with my TBR for the month. And I can look forward to getting started on March's TBR. I now have 25 books on, I don't know what I'm doing over here. I have 25 books. 25 books on my TBR, which is amazing. So hopefully I can get that down further. I'm really excited to get... I don't think I'll ever hit a 0 TBR because I've got enough pre-orders and so it's going to constantly like be... I'll never have like a 0 TBR, but you know what I mean. And it really is letting me reread things without feeling any sort of guilt or like anxiety. There's a light going on. So yeah, I feel really good about the low TBR that I've got going on. I'm actually really excited. Anyway, I'm going to go watch Bridgerton. Oh, no, I'm going to update you first. We got the pipe fixed. I think I showed you that last night. Pipe got fixed. It was actually just a extra pipe that we didn't really need. I say extra. It used to be attached to the immersion tank. So before combi boilers, when you had immersion tanks, and the pipes just hadn't been capped off properly, so it burst and we ended up having to get it capped. So luckily, when the kitchen comes out and gets replaced, I'm saying when to manifest, not if, they can just remove all the pipes, and in the corner where the fridge is, we'll gain about that much space, which is nice. You know, every little bit of space. And that bit of wall is just really quite annoying. So, yeah. Anyway, now I'm going to watch Bridgerton. Good afternoon, it is Saturday. And I've been reading Our Wives Under the Sea. I'm now 50 pages in, which is like a fifth, just under a fifth of the book. 20%-ish. I don't know. It's like 230 pages, 240 pages, and I'm 50 pages in, and honestly, I think I'm going to DNF this. Not because it's bad, but this is the kind of thing that I would prefer to watch, not read. Like, I'm bored. I don't care. I am not getting anything from it. It's just not for me. The writing style is very... I don't even know how to describe it. I'm going to say something that sounds insane. It's just describing things that are happening. Which, you'd be sitting there going, Andy, that's exactly what it is. I just saw the first wasp of the season. No, they're back. Yeah, it's just describing things that are happening, which I understand that's what writing is, but for me, what I need is a story. What I need is, like, emotion and depth, and so far it's just things happening. I don't, and you'll have seen previously in other books, I don't like it when writers do that they just describe what's happening. Like when I was saying about a couple of weeks ago or so, about someone describing walking down the hallway and the doors, and there was no significance to it, and I'm assuming this is significant. Like with the reviews and things like that, I understand this is quite poignant and there's a lot of meaning behind it, but I'm not able to parse that meaning from the writing, if that makes sense. So I'm sure this is fantastic, but I just don't, I'm like skim reading it because I just don't want to. So I'm going to cut my losses and DNF this book. Thankfully, this is not my book. I borrowed this from Bobby because I thought I wasn't sure about it. But everybody was talking so highly of it that I was like, I need to read this book. But yeah, I don't... It's funny because there's a movie, I think it's called Prometheus. I'm not entirely sure, but it's a horror movie. One of the only horror movies that I actually like. I don't like horror. I'm very, very, I'm not a good horror thriller person. And it's about this crew on this ship. And when they wake up, something's gone wrong and there are these creatures on the ship. And the feeling, not the creature, this isn't a creature thriller horror or anything like that, but the feeling is very similar to the feeling I get from watching it. So I feel like this is the movie I would watch the hell out of. But as a book, I'm just not interested. And that's just how it is with some things. Even Firefly. Like, Firefly is one of my favourite things to watch. Would not read it as a book. And I know there are books, and I probably won't ever read them because it's not the kind of thing I want to read about. I don't know why. My brain just doesn't click with it. Anyway, it is now the last day of February, and I doubt I'm going to read anything else. So, unfortunately, I've only read 9 books so far, which is a shame, but it's been a bit of a month. And it's, shorter than another month. So, had I had 2 to 3 more days, I could read another book, but alas, today's the last day, so I'm just going to throw in the towel. Hello, it is Sunday, and I think I forgot to vlog yesterday. Kay and I went to a birthday party for one of Kay's friends, and I feel so unwell. I feel so bad. My neck hurts so much. I don't know why. My neck and my pelvis just hurts so much. My jaw as well. Maybe I talk too much. I resent this because I did not drink alcohol, and yet I feel horrendous, and it's not fair. I did also finish a book last night, I finished it this morning, but it was my last book in February. I'm counting it for February because I read most of it yesterday, and that is Sunny Disposition by Deanna Gray. I'll put it full up here because I don't have a physical copy. And it is a college hockey romance. The female main character is a streamer, and the male main character is one of her mods, but also one of the hockey players. And at the start, they're due to meet face to face for the first time, but he is basically jumped by the team he's just played against, and one of the guys, 4 of the guys, and is injured so severely and ends up with a really bad brain injury to the point where he's in hospital for, I think it's 5 months. And so obviously doesn't message her back, but he also wakes up and doesn't know who he is, who anybody else is. And so he's trying to navigate a traumatic brain injury where he doesn't really know what's going on. But then, as it turns out, they both go to the same college, and they end up moving into the same house. She's hired to, or like the family that owns the house, she is friends with their daughter, and they're like, if you can also be the cleaner for this house, we would like, we would give you like half price rent. So she moves in to be the cleaner of this house, and the 4 guys that move in are the 4 hockey guys. And trying to navigating his brain injury, the fact that he's kind of lying to everybody because nobody really understands the fact that he's lost his memory. They all want him to be the Finn that he was beforehand, but he can't be that guy because he's not him. And he realizes who she is and is sort of struggling with how to tell her that he is the guy she was meant to meet, while also trying to again navigate this brain injury. And then there's something going on with the hockey team that we don't get to find out in this book, which is really annoying. It's obviously going to be like an arc for the whole thing. There's also something going on with the hockey team as well. So there's a whole thing going on. I really enjoyed it, but for me it just felt a little bit surface level. Again, things like the fact that she is a black female streamer, the fact that he has a traumatic brain injury and chronic pain after his fight accident, whatever they want to call it, is not looked into as much as I would like it to. There are other books that I've read that do a similar thing with, I like reading about people dealing with injuries and stuff like that, and I feel like other books have done it better. I don't know if it's a debut, but there is something going on in there as well that seems like a series arc. So I don't know if I'll read. I've downloaded the next book off a KU, so we'll see if I pick that up at some point. But as it's the 1st of March, I've now picked up my March TBR, first of which is apparently Sir Cameron Needs to Die. I am currently 42 pages into this, and look at the edges. 42 pages in and enjoying it so far. I'm hoping this is going to give me the same feeling as Assistant to the Villain, but we shall see. I'll keep you updated. Hello, it is later on Sunday. I wish it wasn't Sunday. And I'm going to go to bed. It's only 10:20. I'm going to go to bed. I'm absolutely shattered. I look horrendous and I feel horrendous, so hopefully some sleep will help. But I did get 120 pages into Sir Cameron. Apparently, Sir Cameron Needs to Die. So I'm here. And so far, I'm enjoying it. It's funny. It's not quite as funny so far as Assistant to the Villain, but it's still giving that vibe of like just chaotic fantasy, chaotic cozy fantasy, I suppose. I'm definitely enjoying it so far. It's funny, but I am too tired to function, so I'm just gonna go to bed. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to let me know what you were here but you don't want to leave a big long comment, if you just leave some kind of spring emojis in the comments, since it's now the first day of spring. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.